What's up, guys? Coming back here, episode 6, Comin N Hot. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know we took a little bit of a break, came back, got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna hit on some college football, hit on some NFL, NBA, bringing a new segment here. Thank you for the ones that commented on our page. Thank you for the ones subscribing. We're keeping up on that each time. We got our Apple Music up to date and our Spotify up to date. So again, we're coming at you guys at all these other social media pages. So continue that for us today. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Let's go.
I'm coming in hot.
So I know we're talking about college football first. Bryce, what are we gonna talk about?
It's something new. We haven't talked about it at all in any other episodes. College football. So we're gonna do the way too early college football. So I mean, I think our it starts in September.
Yeah, they had spring games.
Yeah, spring games.
So it's getting close. We're getting a little bit of a little crumble. You know, they're trying to like, okay, here we go.
Still a long
little
time
cookie.
away. So I like way too because it kind of like gives you a kind of idea of what you want.
Yeah.
But I know ESPN, FBI came out with something and dropped on 4/14, so that was like 4 days ago. Mm-hmm. And they did their top 10 preseason
rankings from 1 to 10.
So it goes Bama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, Texas, Michigan, Oklahoma, Pitt, Auburn.
Pitt is in there.
So like I thought
Auburn's
that was
in 10. Okay.
Auburn's number 10. So I thought it was kind of cool how they got. I mean, Notre Dame's in there, Texas is in there,
yeah.
Which Texas did end them pretty good this season. I think because they got Quinn Ewers from us, a top tier quarterback. So I think that was something that they added there, and it was just, oh yeah, maybe we'll put them in the top 10. And they even went further about the percentage of what they only did the top 6, but percentage of if they'll make the college football playoffs. So I mean, Bama had 79%. Ohio State had the highest at 82%. Georgia 74%. Clemson 59%.
You want everybody to hear that y'all had the highest percent. That's
Notre Dame 18%, and Texas at 21%. They only won the top 6, but those are the percentages that they'll make the college football playoffs.
Right.
Then they went to percentage of they'll win the Natty. So Bama has the most at 30%. Ohio State at 27%. UGA at 23%. So those are always I feel like the top whatever. Yeah. Clemson at 11%. Then you have Notre Dame at 2% and Texas at 2%. So I mean, that's all it always looks like when it first starts.
And again, this is way too early.
Way too early.
So who knows? We always have those teams that come out and run the table, end up playing really good in college football. College football is hit and miss, especially with the recruiting class. Yeah. You know what's crazy about that is who has the best recruiting class right now? Texas A&M, and they're not even in the top 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy to talk about. Bama, like you were talking about, we always hear about at least those 3 teams: Bama, OSU, and UGA. We always hear about those 3 teams at least in the 1, 2, 3. They kind of flip flop, but we're always going to at least hear them. You hear Clemson kind of climbing their way back up there after a disappointing start last year. Yeah. Ended up finishing pretty nice, but really disappointing compared to some of the years they had with Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. And so it's kind of nice and familiar to see them in the top there. But like you said, to see the teams like Notre Dame and Texas, Pittsburgh at that. Yeah,
I think I think that's way too early because it was Pittsburgh with Kenny Pickett. He ain't in there anymore. So
but I mean, but that's what they made this ranking off of knowing that Kenny Pickett's not there anymore.
Right. So I think that top 10. I wanted to see what the rest of it was, like who else fell into. Like you say, we didn't see Texas A&M, we didn't see Florida, we didn't see LSU.
You won't see Florida in the top 25.
Yeah, you probably won't.
Sorry.
So I mean, all those things you didn't see.
At least I can say it.
Yeah. All right. And then Ohio State number 2. You say that too. So then they went to they came out with this the same day. So all-state playoff predictors. So most likely college football combinations. So who the top 4 are going to be. Same thing that they did it percentage-wise. So I mean, they had Bama, Ohio State, UGA, Clemson. That's the highest one at 20%. So
they have Clemson finishing 4th.
That was like I mean. Again,
that's familiar. You hear about that all the time. It sounds like 2-3 years ago. Same stuff.
So that's the highest at 20%. That's what they think. So then second highest at 5% was Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas. They got Texas.
That's nice. That's a nice little shake up.
Only Texas though.
True.
Then we have 4% Bama, UGA, Notre Dame, Ohio State. And it's at 4%. Then 3% Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Texas. And the very last one at 3% is Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas. So Bama's in all of them except for the very last one.
That Clemson finishing 1 at 3%, that shows. Clemson's not finishing number 1 in the nation. Ain't no way.
I honestly don't even know if it was like 1 through 4. either. It's just who they think.
Oh, who they
top
think will be.
four.
Okay.
But it could be though. But Ohio State's in all of them. Texas in majority of them.
Bama's in all of them.
And then no,
Oh,
Bama's
except
not
for
in
the
the
last
last
one,
one.
that's right.
And then Georgia's in all of them except for one. So Ohio State's the only team that's in every single one of them. But then you got against familiar teams except for Texas, and Notre Dame's in one. Well, I'm
My boy, super proud about it.
all I'm
Super
saying-
proud.
All I'm saying
super
is
proud
that's
about
what,
it.
That's what they said.
I just want to say what happened last year.
That's what they said.
What happened last year. Okay. All right. That's all.
We won our bowl game.
But anyway,
We won our
okay.
bowl game.
So now we hear that. We hear about these experts talking about it. Your top 4.
I think it's gonna be Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas.
Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and
Texas.
Okay.
I can see those people, and I put my surprise team that somebody can see sneak in is USC. Just picked up Lincoln Riley, brought Caleb Williams back into it. I mean, they're gonna be a stacked team. They're in the Pac-12, so I mean, they're gonna have to go through who? UCLA. That's about it. But I can see them maybe sneaking in there like dark horse type thing, but I can't see Bama being out of it. I can't see Ohio State being out of it, and I can't see Georgia being out of it.
No.
So those 3 for sure. I think Texas, with a good quarterback that they had and how they finished last year, I see it that way. And it's just, I mean, we do play Notre Dame very first game of the season, so I think that's going to be a test of what it's going to be like.
You finally got somebody to play that's actually decent.
Anyways,
That's
beside the
decent.
point.
Because the rest of the rest of your schedule probably just like a nice little cupcake.
Beside the
Because
point.
y'all play like nobody. But
Beside the point. I don't. Hold on. Top 10. Oh, I didn't see y'all. Okay.
no, yeah,
Continue
we
though.
nowhere because we play.
So
in the
what do
SEC.
y'all think y'all
We
top
play
four?
in
What
the
do
SEC.
you think your top 4 is going to be?
I would have it like most of everyone. I have Bama finishing 1. I just, with how Bama is again, the highest powered school in the NCAA, in my opinion.
I think Georgia can beat them still.
They have Bryce Young coming back after a stellar season. I got Bama, Georgia 2, 3 be Ohio State. I had to say 3 Ohio State. 4, I'm gonna go Notre Dame. Sounds right. I know it sounds crazy. I think the only loss they'll have would be from Ohio State, the first game of the season. I think they also play one other team that later on in the season they could lose on, like an Oklahoma State.
They choke all the time.
I'm not saying right. They'll choke in the playoffs for sure, but they'll get in there. Who else do they play? You know what I'm saying? Who else they'll play? I think they'll get into the 4th spot.
Clemson getting in there before they do.
But Clemson has ACC teams to play against that's still better than what Notre Dame plays against. Besides, again, you guys. Who else they play against? They're not against that's why I feel like they'll easily get in.
This year, though. Sometimes they mix in different teams, especially with Notre Dame, with them being, what are they, independent?
Actually, this is why I have a computer in front of me. Let's look real quick.
So I think that I can see Clemson going in there before Notre Dame. That's just me, because I mean Clemson, ACC teams. What do you got? Pittsburgh, FSU. No,
FSU's everyone. Okay, so they got you got you guys. California's nothing. BYU's nothing. Marshall's nothing. UNC's really nothing. Stanford isn't. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nobody. Clemson. They have Clemson on November 5th. That could be a really good game. And USC on the 26th, which I still think they'll beat. Besides that, they have nobody else on their schedule that could give them a hard run at not making a 4 spot. On the outside, I do have Texas A&M. I know they're SEC, which they compete against these other SEC teams. I just think that they may be on the outside. I want to see what Ohio State's schedule is while we're at it. Let me just see what y'all going at. What do you think you got?
What?
Who y'all playing? Notre Dame, Toledo? Oh, the Rutgers? Who's next? Arkansas State? Who's after that? Well, okay, Wisconsin, not bad. Michigan State. Iowa?
They went to the Big Ten Championship last year.
Penn State?
They're always good.
Northwestern? Indiana? Maryland? Michigan? Y'all play...
They beat us last year.
It's some cupcake team, my boy. Anyway, get back to that. But yeah, that's what I think the top 4 is going to be. I do put Ohio State will make it based off their schedule because they don't play anybody. Florida's not in the top 25. Probably won't make the top 4. You'll hear it from me. I'm not I know when my team's not that great, so you'll hear it from me. He'll bug me about it all the time, but we're not garbage. But we play again in the best conference in the NCAA. But I'm just saying, I think that's in the top 4. Out of those teams, is there a Heisman winner in those teams?
Yeah, I think C.J. Stroud's winning it. And I think, hey, and it could be biased.
Could be.
It could be biased.
Be.
It
could be biased. You know, you're not an Ohio State fan.
Who are you putting on there? Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
You have to understand.
First off.
All right. The way that C.J. Stroud ended his season last year in the Rose Bowl, he threw for 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns. And he already is just miles ahead of people.
But let me ask you something.
I'm speaking.
But I want to ask you something about him.
I'm speaking. During his pro day that he was throwing to other wide receivers, people there were already wondering, oh man, this kid, when is he coming out?
Yeah. They talk about Bryce Young in his freshman season, but okay. And I'm not even an Alabama fan. I hate Alabama.
It don't matter because he won the Heisman, but C.J. Stroud was still there too.
Where did he finish in the Heisman rankings, Bryce? Where did he finish?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Cause you don't even want to tell me.
He's 4th.
Cause he finished underneath DNs. Defensive ends finished above him. Defensive players. But you're thinking this man because he's a quarterback.
Defensive player is not.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. But you're talking about this man didn't even. Okay, he might have finished in the 2nd spot. Okay, he might have a chance at the Heisman. This man finished. This
man's coming out for blood.
Another quarterback finished over him.
Doesn't matter.
And of course the Heisman winner, which again I think is going to be Bryce Young.
No.
Has the highest electric offense in NCAA with his arm, with the receivers he has, the running backs he has. Do you see what he was doing in his pro day? Do you see what he did last year? Nobody was touching him. This man hardly threw any interceptions last year. Threw tons of touchdowns. What else did he do, Bryce? What else did he do? What else did he get?
That's not the point.
What else did he get? He got a Heisman Trophy? What else did he win after the Heisman Trophy?
A national
champion.
Oh, he did it. Georgia won it.
I'm just saying.
What did he get after it then? What did he get after it?
He went.
Then what did he get after it? You about to say national championship.
He went to the national championship.
But he didn't get one. So what do you fuck you mean?
Okay, did Bryce...
Anyway,
what's the C.J. Stroud? Did C.J. Stroud get one?
C.J. what?
Stroud. Did he get one? Did he get one? A championship?
Yes.
What?
A Rose Bowl championship.
Did he get a Big Ten championship? Oh no, he did. He
got a Rose Bowl championship.
He didn't go. He didn't go. But did he get a national championship? Oh no, did he get a Heisman? No.
It doesn't matter. Okay. It does not. He got a Rose Bowl championship.
You're being biased. You're being super biased.
Look up his stats.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying kind of baller.
Nothing biased about this man. I'll guarantee you right now, if you look up the projections of who is Heisman, like in the Heisman favorite, I guarantee you see his strikes at the top right now.
He's number 1.
Yes.
He's number 1.
Yes. Look it up.
Let me just pull up one right now.
Yes. Pull it up.
You think he's number 1?
Yes. Yes.
Heisman 2020.
2 favorites. See who it is. Actually, it's Jackson Smith and Jigba are freaking wide receiver.
This is Gaming Today. Who is this? Who is this? Who even is this? And who even is this? And who's actually at the top, Bryce? Who's actually at the top?
Oh, if it's then who is it?
What's your name?
If it's who is
what's
it?
What's your name?
Well, actually, no. It's all different ones.
What's your name?
So 250, 200.
What's your name? What's your name? Bryce. So that's at the top. Bryce Young. Okay.
But you just said who is Gaming Today.
I'm just, okay, but if you want to do that one, I don't know who else is going to be these people. But again, we're not even going into that. But we already know who's going to be Bryce Young. That's who's going to be.
Okay, that's who you think? All right, see that shot. All right.
Stamp it.
We're just going to run it back. Yeah, run it back.
I also want to see about these top 4.
Yeah, run it back.
Because I mean.
Run it back too. Yeah, okay. But that's really looking good. Way too early because the season, again.
It's got to get a bit.
Got a lot of people.
Y'all let us know who you think is going to be in the top 4. Or even tell us who you think the Heisman Trophy winner would be next year. Unbiased. But let us know. I know you guys have been commenting. Continue to do that, please. Let us know who your top 4 is. We're going to start segue into our hot topic this time, which is the NBA playoffs. The first round has started. Super excited. Of course, as you know, I'm a Heat fan. We're number 1. I'm just going to let that known. I know we talked about it in the last episode. The teams that they weren't even seeded yet. We actually finally had the final seedings. I just wanted to make it very clear again. We did finish number 1, and I don't even believe that the Clippers are in it. Am I wrong? Oh, okay. All right. Because this man swore he was going to make it. The Clippers even make the playoffs.
He also swore that his boyfriend LeBron James was going to make it.
Didn't even make it to the play-in.
We did make it to the play-in.
Didn't even make it through the play-in. Listen to me. The play-in, through the play-in. Maybe it was spit on you, bro.
Yeah, bro. On everything you spit in my eye. On everything that's been spit in my eye.
But anyway.
On everything.
Yes, the Lakers didn't make it. I know. Lakers didn't make it. Unfortunately.
The day after you said that shit,
I know. My boy LeBron failed me. I ain't gonna lie. He did fail me. He didn't even play the last game of the season. He sat out.
What do you call that?
But it's okay. Hey, it's okay.
Baby back bitch.
It's okay. The Heat number 1. We proved it. We played the 8th seed, which is Atlanta. They played in they made it through the play-in and was able to clinch the 8th seed, which is against the number 1 seed. We played them and 115-91. That's what playoff teams do. That's what the number 1 team in the East do. They didn't even sniff us.
The number 18.
It's the Hawks with one of the best shooters in the league, which is Trae Young. And we held him for 1 for 12. He was 0 for 7 behind the 3-point line.
Spitting.
This man was bro, I'm not. He was 0 for 7 behind the 3-point line. We clamped him. He didn't play against us at all.
It's clamp.
Guess what? We have people come off the bench. Duncan Robinson. This man was 7 for 8 behind the 3-point line too.
He was actually 8 for 9.
Oh, thank you. Make him even better. 8 for 9 behind the 3-point line. Missed 1 behind the 3-point line. Unconscious, bro. How many was he from the field? 9 for 10.
You tell me.
9 for 10.
He's your team.
9 for 10. Missed 1 shot the entire game. And he's a role player. He's a bench player. We still have our big 3 coming out there dropping. Over
crazy.
20 points.
Who's y'all's big 3?
Bam, Jimmy, and Lowry.
Lowry scored 10 points.
But what else does he do? Facilitate. His assist. One of the best defense. He had how many steals? At least 4.
Again, that man is irrelevant. 10 points a game?
Is he relevant?
How's he big 3, 10 points a game?
That's points. You're basing him off of points. Not everything else you do on the field.
What else?
I just said it. Assist. I just said steals, defense.
I'll tell you right now, 9. He didn't even have a double-double.
But 9 assists. He was 1 away from a double-double, bro.
That's crazy, though.
1 away from the double-double.
Very crazy.
1 away. Come on now.
Crazy.
Come on now.
Played 29 minutes and only get 9 assists.
Hey.
9
assists?
He ain't Chris Paul level.
Chris Paul is one of the best assist players in the league. Of course, we're gonna compare him to one of the best. I'm just saying, Jimmy dropping 21.
But nobody
21.
But nobody didn't expect this to happen.
No,
everybody knew y'all were gonna beat
because I saw so many people talking mad crap about how the Heat shouldn't be number 1 seed. How we're not gonna make it past this. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. They sleeping on us. And now look at us.
We played the Hawks.
I don't care. We clinched the number because again we clinched the number 1 seed, so of course we be the best.
But no, come back to me. Y'all play Boston or y'all play the.
We will.
I know what I'm trying to say.
We will, because we'll sweep these Hawks. Like I said last time, we're sweeping these Hawks. Bro, how, man? We held the best player on their team.
It's 1 game.
I don't care.
It's 1 game.
We're going to continue it.
It's 1 game.
We're going to continue it. We're going to continue it.
1 game.
We're going to continue it.
1 game.
I'm just saying.
It's 1 game.
You're just mad because your team ain't in it.
I'm not mad. How am I mad? I'm just saying, like, you said, oh, what happened because you held their player to 1 for 8, whatever it is. It's game 1. I gotta say we're in game 3.
Momentum.
Wait till they play at Atlanta.
But
wait till they play in Atlanta.
But I'm telling you,
Home
if
field advantage?
you don't go into a playoff series, you get punched in the mouth in that first. You don't think it's gonna be like, oh shit, these guys are. You don't even think. You don't think
ain't
that
never
put
seen
something
somebody
into
come
it?
back from 3-1.
I'm not. Yeah, LeBron
That's what I'm
James.
trying to say.
LeBron James.
I'm trying to say. So it's game 1.
I'm just. But listen, I'm not saying they're gonna be we're gonna sweep them all, like, do this every single game to them. We're gonna sweep them. So what I'm saying we're not gonna win by 30 points each game, but we're gonna sweep them. Yes, we're gonna win in Atlanta. We're gonna win in the Miami Heat. We're going to the second round. It's true too. Maybe not because you don't even watch basketball. But to stay in the East, the Nets and the Celtics. That's the game right after the Heat game. Came down to the wire. Jason Tatum finished. Beat the Nets 115-114.
That's a beater.
What do you think about that game?
That was good. I thought it was funny because everybody was heckling the shit out of Irving.
Because he's back in.
He was shooting up birds and
Yeah.
everything. I mean, like, but he even came out like afterwards and he was like, they expect us to be, the subtle people. He's like, nah. He's like, F that. It's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs, yeah. And he's human.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think you can call
But
somebody
him
out
back
these
in
games?
Boston. I mean, man scored 39 points. Yeah, Durant scored 23. Dragic came off the fucking bench at 14. But, I mean, you got Tatum, 31, Brown, 23, and Smart, 20. I mean, it is like this. They lost by 1 point. But it just goes to show, like, how much I won't say they were clamping, but I saw today they were asking if Boston's defense was too physical for Kevin Durant. Because, I mean, there were some times where he was not able to get anything off. And they're like, was he? Because I don't know what he actually went from the field, like how many he missed. 23 points for Kevin Durant. It's so funny. 23 points for Kevin Durant is kind of low.
It is.
You expect him to drop 30, 40 a game.
Yeah. Especially playing 41 minutes
right.
a game.
So they must have done something, I don't know what, but Kyrie strode out. I think it's going to be a good game, though. I don't think it's what's going to happen all the time.
It's gonna be a nice series.
That's what I'm saying. I think that Boston's still going to come out with it.
You think Boston's gonna win it?
Yeah.
And then they'll come to the Heat and get
whoever they play next. Yeah, I think they're going to do good. But you got Jason Tatum kind of again showing out, coming into his own. He's always been good. Jaylen Brown, a role player. You got Marcus Smart, a role player. I can see that being like a 4-3 type series, but
that'd be.
I can see it doing that.
If they go all the way like that, that's gonna. I don't know. I think Nets gonna pull it out. Honestly, that's me. I think Tatum can't finish every night. He's inconsistent. You still, in my opinion, have the best shooter in the league at KD. And again, Kyrie's healthy and can play in an environment that he doesn't have to sit out. Dropping 39.
Still taking L's. Regardless.
Okay.
So, I think that's a good series. I think the other one in the East, the Raptors and the 76ers. 76ers won that one. And they beat them by 20 points. 131, 111. And Toronto, they ain't what they used to be.
No. They ain't got Kyrie. Kawhi.
They don't get Kawhi anymore. Nope. Their big people are like Van Fleet and Siakam.
Yeah, and then Scotty Barnes got hurt.
Yeah.
You got out.
But
But then again, you're going against the Beard and Embiid, which it's hard to play against them.
But their surprise person was their point guard, Maxey. He scored 38 points.
Yeah.
And 5 for 8 for the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So, they had players coming out that you would expect Embiid and James Harden to go off, and you had this other guy just pouring it on. I can see that one being a good series, too. I just think...
76ers are going to win that one.
Yeah.
76ers are going to win that one. Like I said, Toronto ain't that team. I want Toronto to win because I can't stand the 76ers. But
scared.
I'm scared of them.
Scared. Yeah. Because nobody on the Heat can guard Embiid. Nobody.
You funny, bro. Nobody. You tell me nobody. Bro, we guard Giannis. We guard Giannis. We guard the Beard. We guard KD. How can we not guard Embiid?
I know guard
PJ Tucker can guard Embiid. Bam can clamp Embiid. But yeah, you don't know anything because you don't watch any Heat games and you're a Heat hater for some fucking reason. But anyway. Speaking of how we're talking about Giannis, the Bulls and the Bucks. That's a series that everybody was looking into. High anticipation. Bucks lost it, 86-93. You have Giannis and Middleton, again, two of the best in their positions, in my opinion. There, Middleton, even though he only dropped 11 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Giannis 27 points. Lopez 18, which they got Lopez back. Huge addition. Drew Holiday at 15. The Bucks team is the only team that I'm worried about for the Heat. The only team in the East that can stop the Heat. I ain't worried about the Celtics. I ain't worried about the 76ers. I damn sure ain't worried about the Nets. These Bucks are the only team I'm worried about that can stop the Heat. That's it.
The Bucks or the Bulls?
The Bucks.
You said the Bulls first.
I said the Bucks. The Bucks are the only team. I said the Bucks are the only team that can stop these guys. That can. Oh man, I don't know. It might be tough for us to get past them.
Because they swept y'all last year.
They did sweep the boy. Yes, they swept us. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all cannot.
But we're way better than we were last year. We're way better than we were last year.
What changed?
I already told you this last episode, but I can explain it again to you if you need me to. The players we've gotten, the camaraderie that we have in that locker room, the coaches on the team we've gotten better.
Can the camaraderie guard Giannis on the court?
Yes. Again, the additions we grabbed. You understand that PJ Tucker is one of the best defensive players in the league. Yep. He could easily guard him. Jimmy Butler got better.
Easily guard the best one of the.
He could give him a matchup each night.
Do you know how much he scored on last time y'all played against each other?
A lot. But we didn't have PJ.
No, I mean this year.
We didn't have PJ.
How y'all have PJ this year?
He got hurt. He's out for multiple games. Yes. Again, I watched the Heat games. Yes, I watched the Heat games.
Do you know how much he scored?
But anyway, I don't know exactly how much he scored in the last game he played. Do you?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all should be worried about them.
East,
but
let's
go slide to the West.
Yeah, slide to the West.
The West. I like the West series better than the East.
I mean, they're not technically any better.
The Timberwolves and Grizzlies, bro, that's an energetic game.
Without Ja?
Jaw's playing.
No, I'm saying right now, without Ja, when he didn't play a couple games before, now he's back. He only played 35 minutes, 32 points.
How's that only, my G?
I mean,
I just think it's an energetic game. I mean, like Timberwolves got out of the 1-0, but Pat Bev and how he's hectic. You got Edwards.
I didn't think they won the first game.
I didn't think that's what I'm trying to say. Karl Anthony Towns, and they didn't handle him, but I mean it was a good game. Edwards 36, Towns 29, Beasley 23 off the bench. Morant scored 32, like you said.
People don't think about D'Angelo Russell. He's a nice role player.
But he didn't really do much this
10
game.
points, 9 assists.
Again, that's
one short from a double-double. You act like 9 assists isn't a lot.
It's not.
What's a lot, Bryce?
To me in the NBA, it's not.
10's a lot?
Yeah.
One more?
No, I'm thinking like 15.
That's a lot. What the hell? You think people just drop 15 assists a game?
Hey, if you're a good,
Look at here.
if you're a good point guard,
You're
role
bullshit.
player.
Okay.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns
Okay.
dropping shit in there.
He dropped 15? Let's go to the Suns. Let's go look at what Chris Paul did. He had 10 assists. Oh, that's not a lot to Bryce. That's not a lot. The best assist point guard in the league, but he has 10 assists.
In one game. In one game, though. Go back to his other games. He's dropping 13.
Oh my god.
He did drop 30 that game too, though.
Bro.
He did drop 30 that game. But regardless of the point,
The West,
Timberwolves
yes.
and Grizzlies, Memphis is up 1-0.
Yep.
I think that's a good one.
If we just touch on the Suns and Pelicans, we already know that one. Suns won that one,
Yeah.
which we knew was gonna happen. The Suns are gonna sweep that series.
Yeah.
They're not-
It was a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be, though.
But the Pelicans are not gonna win one. I don't think.
I think they'll win one.
No.
I think they'll win one.
They'll get swept. Jazz and Mavs.
It could be a good series, but you're missing Luka Doncic.
Which we know. Considerable asset to the team.
Yeah.
Without
So
him,
it would just
without him, you kind of. But again, without him, you only lose by 6. Without him, you get him back, you win. You win that one.
Yeah.
And Jazz had everybody. You had Gobert, you had Mitchell, you had Conley, you had Jordan. Right. Yep.
Bogdanovich.
Yep. He dropped 26. Donovan Mitchell dropped 36 or 32. Yeah. 6 and 6 too. But
I mean,
yeah. But when you have 6 assists, it's not a lot. When you have 10 assists, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
You stupid. Anyway.
But and then the Warriors and Nuggets. I mean,
That's a team. I'm telling you, that's a team.
Jordan Poole.
That's a team. They won 123 to 107.
Jordan Poole, 30 points though. Curry's off the bench. He's still coming back from that injury. Still dropping 16. 3 for 6.
Klay Thompson 19.
5 for 10.
Andrew Wiggins 16. Draymond Green 12. This is a team I told you people can't count them out because they're a sleeper. The Warriors with those Splash Bros, you can't sleep on them already. But to have this team out here and playing, and they're not really looked at as like the Warriors when they used to be against LeBron.
They'll get back there, but I just don't think it's this year.
You don't think what? You don't think they get to the Western Conference Finals?
No.
You don't think they'll make it to the Western? Who did you say was in the Western Conference Finals?
I think it was
Suns and who?
Grizzlies. I think Grizzlies will make it.
After losing to the Timberwolves?
Just one game.
Just one game.
Again, why are we only talking about one game?
Just one game.
You think you could lose one game in the season, it's over?
I'm not.
Season's over?
No.
Then
But
it shouldn't
you
matter.
think the Warriors can't beat anybody in the
I'm not
West?
saying anybody. I just don't think they'll get to the West Conference Finals. They'll win this series and they'll lose the next one.
They knocked out. You didn't even make. Oh yeah, you said that. You didn't even make. You crazy, my boy. You crazy. I have the Warriors before the.
I'm laughing on
I have a
my
Warriors
own
before the Grizzlies
I'm
get
laughing
there.
I'm right on my own.
I am too because you haven't been right about shit yet.
I was right that the Lakers weren't going to make the playoffs.
You were right about the Clippers making it.
Oh, no. But how have I not been right?
No.
How am I not right?
No.
How am I not right?
You said the Clippers gonna make it.
But I also said
They
the
didn't
Lakers
make
weren't going to make it, right?
Yeah. So
Is that right? Was
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
All right. Then how am I not correct about something?
You're just saying that you think you're gonna be right about everything.
I'm not right a lot about a lot of stuff.
Anyway, that's the first games. Their second game's going on now. We'll talk about that next episode. First round is going to be. Some of the games are going to be intense. Some of them will be pushover games. The second round is where it's going to be real juicy. I really don't know who's going to come out of that West. I really don't know who's going to come out of the West. It's the Suns are kind of one of the ones that we know could
So
possibly.
they're going to the finals.
Okay. I mean, if so, it's going to be against the Heat. Okay.
I've been smoking.
We're going to bring in a new segment to close out tonight. It's called The Heat Up. We're going to have 96 seconds. We're gonna go on every
90,
like a second.
How many?
Seconds.
96.
No, 90 seconds. And we're just kind of go and ramble off things really quick in those 90 seconds, see how much we could talk about a certain topic. But it's going to be pretty cool. This one's going to be about the playoff teams that didn't make it last year in football, NFL football. Some of the teams that didn't make it last year who we think are going to make it this year, come back or bust. He's going to ask me some, I'm going to ask him one, and we're going to explain, to come back or bust for why you did make it to the playoffs or why not. Cool?
Good idea.
Cool. I'm gonna start off. So if you want to put the clock on, we'll start it. Here, you want to get I'll get my phone out and see how many 90 seconds is.
How many 90 seconds is?
Well, it can't count like in our head, right?
How long is 90 seconds?
90 seconds. 90 seconds is 90 seconds. All right. Ready?
No. Well, yeah, I guess so. Cause
I'm gonna go with the first team. And you just tell me who you think playoff or come back or bust, and why. All right, ready?
I'm ready. 90 seconds.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So what about we'll go with the Broncos.
They're going. Yeah, they're going. Russell Wilson adding there. He's starting to already work with his wide receivers. I think he'll be back in there. Their division's hard. You got Chargers and the Chiefs and Raiders. I mean, it's going to be hard, but I still think they can make it because of, again, Russell Wilson.
Okay.
So how about the Colts?
I'm going to say bust. Even though they got Matty Ice, I don't think they can make it to the playoffs.
Agreed.
That's a nice addition, but I still don't think they can make it. They don't have the weapons. I say next year maybe, even with Jonathan Taylor. I say next year. Denver. Say Saints.
No. Bust.
Even
if you brought J-Bo back, they're just missing a lot of things. We don't know if Kamara's going to play. After Drew Brees, I just don't think they're going to make it. They just aren't high-powered right now. They lost Sean Payton, so they don't know what's going on.
50 seconds. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Easily come back. I don't know how they did. Well, I mean, they just lost unfortunate games last year. Yeah. But with the additions they have, bringing back the wide receivers, Justin Herbert coming into his years, there's no way that team doesn't make it, even in a stacked AFC.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it. I'm gonna flip it up on my team, the Fins. And now, come on, now. Can we make the wild card? Can we make?
I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say you'll barely make it in, and I'll think you'll come back just because again, Tua Tagovailoa. That's just gonna be long.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Little pass, but
and the Browns.
I'll say I'll make it. Even though again, NFC North is tough. You got Deshaun. You're grabbing Amari. I think y'all make it. I think you'll make it to the playoffs this time. Probably get knocked out in the first round, but I'll put it there. Cool.
That's tough. I think that I hope all of them. I mean, out of all those that we just named, I think that the majority of them have the ability to do it. It's gonna be hard, but I think that's another.
We'll see. We'll see when it comes down to it. If those teams make it.
Yeah.
They were close to. I mean, the Fins were close. The Chargers were close last year. The Colts were close, making a run at the end, even with Carson Wentz, making a close call there. But that was, I mean, we'll continue to come up with some of those heat ups there and figure out what we're going to talk about in that short time.
You guys can also, give us ideas of what you want the heat up to be. 90 seconds. I mean, it's quick. Let us know something that we can hit on real quick that you guys want to hear about. But thanks for tuning in, episode 6. Again, mix it up a little. Got some college football in there finally. NBA again.
Wait, talk about that first episode. College football.
Yeah,
best conference.
Well, I mean, yeah, but just more broad, I guess.
Yeah.
And just because again, that's gonna be starting before NFL, so we're looking forward to that. But again, thanks for subscribing to us.
Please continue to subscribe. We're on Spotify. Keep it up on Spotify, Apple Music. Like I said, please leave us comments in our Instagram, YouTube. Let us know what we can do, what you would like to hear from us. It's just us two. But I'm liking where we're going, and like I said, please continue to give us support. Thank you guys for that.
And any ideas that you guys have, like whether it's something with fun games or what you guys want to see in the background, or because apparently my background's not that great,
garbage.
But y'all just let us know. And then again, thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna try to give you guys one every week. Try to keep up with everything. So again, appreciate you guys, and thanks for tuning in.